Good morning. How are you today? I am going to do a reading to get my energy up, to get in the zone. I was supposed to have a client at 11. She's in a different time zone, so she actually showed up 3 hours early. I was on my way to school with my little one. So that didn't work out today, unfortunately. So I have an opening, and I've put the call out there to see if anyone wants to fill that opening, if anyone would like to experience connecting with their loved ones on the other side, get a message, see how it works. No charge. It's at 11 a.m. Pacific today, which is in less than 2 hours. So by the time this video posts, it'll be long gone. So I'm going to start with the Law of Attraction cards to help us get back in alignment with our thoughts. The Law of Attraction is just one of the many spiritual laws. And it's not black and white, it's not cut and dry. Everyone says, oh, well, it doesn't work, because there's more to it. I saw a meme this morning that was really cool, and it basically said you can't fake your way. Like the universe, you have to have a frequency, you have to vibrate. Your energy has to be vibrating at a certain frequency. And the universe feels that frequency and responds to that frequency. So if you're faking it, if you're pretending that you're doing all the things, but you're not embodying that essence and that frequency and that energy and that actual feeling, you're not tricking the universe, bud. You're not. So let's see what the Law of Attraction cards want us to do to help get our thoughts back in alignment so that we can get the rest of our energetic body and frequency in harmony with our greatest good. This one is, I attract the essence of my thoughts. That reminds me of my house and my oak tree. It's so beautiful. I love the black and white house. That's like mine. And then I have a big, beautiful oak tree in front. I attract the essence of my thoughts. So literally what I was just saying, right? The law of attraction and its magnetic power reaches out into the universe and attracts other thoughts that are vibrationally like it and brings that to you. And so you are getting the essence of what you are thinking about, whether it is something you want or something you do not want. So remember, the essence of your thoughts, the essence of your being, the core of the frequency that you're putting out there is what you're attracting. So if you're not in alignment with gratitude and abundance and peace and harmony, then you're not going to be attracting that. I also want to do one from the Rajneesh Tarot. These ones I love because of their little stories and metaphors and anecdotes that help us to really integrate the message into our being. It helps us to really understand it. Sometimes things aren't so clear, or sometimes people misunderstand or misinterpret a reading. And these stories just help you put yourself into the story, right? Which character are you in the story? I don't know if I cleared the deck, but I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to shuffle it up here. And we'll see again what message is needed for our highest good today. Wednesday. Oh, is it May 1st today? A new month? April showers brings May flowers. We didn't have that many showers in April where I'm from. And hopefully, well, we had flowers starting back in February. I live in a city called Victoria, and it's the Garden City. And we do a flower count every year. And we do our flower count early, like February. And there's flowers out, and we get so many, but I'm sure there's more that come in March and April and May. This is our card for today, Becoming Centered. And you know what? This is such a good one, number 19. As we all are often not in our present moment. We're often thinking about our to-do list, where we need to be, where we need to go, what we need to do, and not what we are doing right now and where we are right now. Becoming centered is absolutely essential to manifest anything. Becoming centered is essential to open up the connection to speak with your spirits on the other side. Becoming centered really just means that we're taking all of the excess energy, anxiety, chaos, confusion, frustration, anger, any of the negative excess energy, and we're throwing it back down to nature, back down to the earth, and grounding ourselves and saying, take this away from me, and replace it with this beautiful light source energy, this life breath that we breathe, and we come into our body and our emotions and our feelings and our vibration settles and it harmonizes. It's not scattered all over the place. And I often have clients where at the beginning of our readings, I will do a centering and a grounding exercise. It's important to be open. And we can't be open if we're feeling anxiety and all these emotions that are stuck in our energetic body. They have nowhere to go. So, like the tree, our energy needs to dissipate, our body needs to get out. So, let's see what the story is for becoming centered on number 19. Oh, that's 12. Ha ha. Oh, some of them aren't so long. Some of them aren't that long. Okay. Number 19, becoming centered. Stay centered. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated by the opinions of others or by their attempts to push you here and there. Don't fall into the levels of others. Once it happened in the days of Buddha that one of the most famous and beautiful prostitutes fell in love with a Buddhist monk, a beggar. She asked him to come to her home and stay during the rainy season for 4 months when Buddhist monks stop their traveling. The monk said, "I will have to ask the master. If he allows it, I will come." The other monks became very jealous. When the young man came to Buddha and made the request, many heard it. They all stood up and said, "This is wrong. Even to have allowed that woman to touch your feet was wrong. Even to have allowed that woman to touch your feet was wrong because Buddha has said, don't touch a woman. Don't allow a woman to touch you. You have broken the rule, and now you are asking to stay with the woman for 4 months?" But Buddha said, "I have told you not to touch a woman, not to be touched by a woman, because you are not yet centered. For this man, that rule is no more applicable. I have been watching him. He is no more part of the crowd." And to the monk, he said, "Yes, you are allowed." Now, this was too much. Never had it been done before. All the disciples were angry, and for months, thousands of gossips went around exaggerating what was happening in Amrapali's house. That the monk was no longer a monk and that he had fallen. After 4 months, when the monk came back, followed by Amrapali, Buddha looked at them and said, "Woman, have you something to say to me?" She said, "I have come to be initiated by you. I tried to distract your disciple. I have failed. This is my first defeat. I have always succeeded with men, but I could not distract him, not even an inch. A great desire has arisen in me, too. How can I attain this centering?" He lived with me. I danced before him. I sang before him. I tried to allure him in every way, but he always remained himself. Not for a single moment have I seen any cloud in his mind or any desire in his eyes. I tried to convert him, but he has converted me, and not saying a single word. He has not brought me here. I have come on my own. I have known for the first time what dignity is. I would like to learn the art. She became a disciple of Buddha. He always walks by himself. There is no way to push him here and there. He remains utterly himself. So centered is he, so rooted is he in his being. When one has known Turiya, the fourth state, then there is no distraction. Then one can live anywhere. Don't try to change the circumstances of your life. Try to change your attitude. Use the outer situation to change the inner state. Changing the situation is not much of a change. You are befooling yourself and the world. The real religion consists of changing the state of consciousness. Search for the higher. Once you have known the higher reaches of your energy, the lower starts withering of its own accord. That is real. religion. And that's really good. And so, what it's saying is that your practice, your becoming centered, your mindfulness, that is your religion. Stay true to yourself and your essence and your being. And in order to do that, cultivate a mind of stillness and meditation and silence and centering and grounding. Build in these practices. What I do on a daily basis is ground, clear, and protect my energy field. So, I ground myself, I center myself. And then I clear all of the negative energy that doesn't belong to me. I return it all. I take it away. I do rituals with sage and other herbs. And I do energetic visualization. And then I do a protection ritual. Same thing with energy and calling in and invoking my guides and my angels. And I do that on the daily. And that allows me to not take things so personally. It allows me to not react so quickly. It allows me to take a moment to breathe and be centered and be calm and hold space and compassion and love for others that are out of alignment, for others that are not centered, and to help them become centered. I use my energy, my overflow, my excess of abundance, good, positive, loving energy to funnel through those who need it. Beautiful, beautiful message today. So keep rising for enlightenment. Push your thoughts, your mind, your openness to the brink. And as you reach those higher levels of focus and thought and enlightenment, all of the negative stuff will disappear. You'll lose focus on it and it will no longer have power and energy and it will become a distant memory. Centering is so very important for so many things. And in fact, this is the number one, day one exercise in my 7-day spiritual guidebook. The first thing I ask you to do is to ground yourself. And I might add the word centering in there. In my next version, lastly, I want to pull one of these goddess power cards to see which goddess of love and light and energy is with us today to help us through as we become more centered and grounded in our thoughts, as we attract the essence, as we change our frequency and our vibration to attract the essence of our thoughts, to change the essence of our thoughts, to become more in alignment with our soul's harmony. What goddess is going to help us today? What message does she have for us to help remind us, to help keep us on track, to help provide the guidance and clarity that sometimes when we're in a busy, busy world and our minds are focused on so many things, or we have a lot of problems to solve, we're too close to the problem, these goddesses can help give us that assurance like Danu did yesterday, that we're on the right path, or what we need to potentially do or hone in on or focus. So today we got potential, Ceridwen, the goddess of potential, which seems very similar to attracting the essence of our thoughts. Number 9, Ceridwen says, you are a child of infinite potential. And the Celtic goddess Ceridwen is here to remind you of the power that resides in the womb of your heart and the chalice of your mind. Everything you need is coming together right now, as if your life's reflection were shining brightly in a golden liquid in Ceridwen's magical, transformative cauldron. Imagine greatness, and there will be greatness. Envision peace, and there will be peace. Choose love, choose gratitude, and choose faith in the divine magic that flows through you. These are the only ingredients needed for the goddess Ceridwen to work her transformative magic on your behalf. Regardless of the limitations imposed on your world by fate, culture, and conditioning, your true destiny is coalescing on your behalf. You can be anything you imagine. Remember this. Dream and trust that everything you need exists to make that dream a reality. This is the promise of the goddess Ceridwen. Potential. So you have so much potential in you. Your business, your dream, your goal, your essence has potential to transform, to become, to create, to birth this brand new idea of whatever you can imagine. Anything you imagine, you can create in reality. But the secret ingredient is faith, having faith and believing and trusting that it will happen, that you deserve it, that you can cultivate it. And then there's a bunch of other stuff like forgiveness and gratitude and centering. But this message of potential tells us that we need to put extra stock in our faith, remember, and talk to our higher power, talk to our God, talk to our spirit team, talk to our loved ones that have moved on from this physical world. They are all still around and they want to hear from us on the daily. And as hard as it is to maintain relationships in this physical world, I have spirits now telling me to talk to them more. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm trying. I only have so much energy for so many things or people. I have a hard enough time with the ones that are physically on this plane. How do I maintain my relationship with the essence of the spiritual world, right? Anyways, thanks for the reading. Thanks for joining me. If you followed along and got something out of this, I would love to hear from you. I always love your comments, your feedback. And yeah, until next time, thanks for joining. Namaste. I hope you have a great day.